Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for dialing me up this morning, looking me up, tuning in. This video popping up on your feed. Thanks for giving it a listen. So listen, listen, I'm just fixing to tell you, you know how there's like dad jokes? Well, there's preacher jokes, believe it or not. There are jokes that preachers have told, jokes and stories that preachers have told since I don't know when. I'm about to tell you one. I don't even know that it's a joke, but it's older than me. I mean, it is old, so it's really not all that funny, okay? And I said all that, and then I'm going to tell you. It's going to introduce my verse, though. So there's an old man, old woman laying in bed at night. They got one of those, cuckoo clocks, one of those clocks that dings at the hour or whatever. And so they're laying in bed at night, and that clock goes off. It strikes the hour, and that clock goes off, and it starts dinging, and it dings, and it dings, and it dings, and it will not stop. It dinged more than 12 times. It just dinged, and it dinged, and it dinged. And when they finally got it stopped, she looks at her husband, and she said, "Well, what time is it?" And he said to her, "I don't know, but it's later than it's ever been before." And so what I want you to know today is that in life, in God's timetable for the world and for creation, that it is later than it's ever been before. It's later than it's ever been before. In fact, I look at a lot of things, a lot of historical news events, and I look at them through the lens of prophecy. And if you do that, you can either freak yourself out, you can get excited, or whatever. And I go through both of those stages at times. But there is one thing that I know, whether the end is about to happen right this moment or not, it is later than it's ever been before. And that's what this verse from Romans chapter 13, verse 11 says. Paul says, "Do this, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of your sleep. For now our salvation is nearer than when we first believed." He says you need to know what time it is. And in knowing what time it is, you need to know that it's high time. It is time, that the time is at hand, that we are here and we are there. And he says you need to know what time it is, and you need to know that it's later than it's ever been before. And so you need to get up out of your sleep. You need to wake up, because our salvation is nearer than when we first believed. I love to go on vacation. Cheryl and I love to cruise. We love to take trips, and we do several a year. And whenever there's one coming, the closer we get to the time, things start happening. I start getting ready. We start preparing. I'll get the suitcase out real early and, put my snorkeling gear in there, put my binoculars in there. I love to take my binoculars just to watch and look at things. Just start putting some stuff in there to make sure that I don't forget. And then as we get closer, and when we get a day or two before, I make sure all my clothes are washed. I pick out my shirts deliberately, pick out my shorts. I get everything ready. I get everything packed. I put everything together. I go to the bank. I get some money. I do all of these things in preparation, and I do more preparation the closer the time gets. And that's what Paul is saying in this verse. You need to wake up. You need to start preparing. You need to start getting ready, because the time is at hand. Now is the time to do all those things spiritually that you've been telling yourself that you intend to do. Now's the time to get close to God. Now's the time to make sure that your family worships God. Now's the time for you to surrender your life to Christ and let God be the Lord of your life. Now is the time. Now is the time to wake up. Do this, knowing the time. It's late. Knowing that it is high time. It's later than it's ever been before. Wake up out of sleep. Start getting ready, because now our salvation is nearer than when we first believed. God bless you guys. Get out there in faith today. Love you. Bye.